Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump is kicking butt and taking names. He's going after the BBC for $1 billion. Why? Because they altered what he said on J6.
But do you have any sympathy for his viewpoint in terms of the way that Panorama piece was edited and the fact that he feels he was misrepresented?
Yeah, I'm going to rub it in. Good evening, my American-born brothers and sisters. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Model Renaissance Man, which you know I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys will follow me up here, follow me down here. Click this. It helps me. Thank you. If and when you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification that will bring down a drop box for you to select all notifications. That way you'll be notified whenever I post. Lastly, do not forget to check out my other YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father, and everything I ask you to do on this channel, do over there. Let me know what y'all think of the other video that I posted over there. All right. Appreciate you for going over there and checking that out. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get ready to get to this story because President Trump is coming out and he is not playing games. He learned his lesson from his first 4 years as president. He learned some things throughout the time that he wasn't president for the last 4 years. Now that he's back in there, he is not forgetting what people have done. And now BBC is on the chopping block for altering video footage to push a narrative to manipulate people into thinking he said something that he did not, which a lot of you still think that. He's going after them for $1 billion. $1 billion, y'all. And he's giving them till November the 14th to get stuff taken care of. And listen to how they try to make up a lie and how they didn't do what they did. Check it out.
The BBC managers and governance decide that. I've said the BBC isn't perfect and we've had our criticisms, but it is the one institution that's protecting British values from a full Trump takeover. And as that very precious institution, Liberal Democrats will defend it.
Okay. Do you believe that the chairman should also resign, considering that he failed to act on the warnings in the Prescott dossier? Should he also go?
I think the board of the BBC certainly have questions to answer about how they have handled this. But I think the key issue for politicians today is, are they going to defend the institution of the BBC? It's a world-leading institution, the most trusted media institution in the world, and we should protect it. That's why I have written to the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, Kemi Badenoch and Nigel Farage to see if they'll join me in criticising Donald Trump, who is undermining the BBC with his comments, attacking the leadership, calling BBC journalists corrupt, and with his press secretary suggesting that people should watch GB News. That's a level of interference in our media which is unprecedented, and I hope other political leaders will join the Liberal Democrats in calling President Trump out.
So you criticise Trump for what you believe is foreign interference, but do you have any sympathy for his viewpoint in terms of the way that Panorama piece was edited and the fact that he feels he was misrepresented?
Look, the BBC needs to deal with the criticisms. I've had criticisms the way the BBC has given far too much coverage for Nigel Farage and reform. So we can have criticism of the BBC, but within that we need to recognise how valuable an institution it is. It's world-leading in its trust in it on media, and that's so precious to our country. And that's one of the reasons why people like President Trump and others like him, Nigel Farage, want to undermine the BBC. Well, the Liberal Democrats, I think, are speaking for the vast majority of British people. We value the BBC, and we don't want Trump's America to become Farage's Britain with a BBC that's been hit in the way that Donald Trump is hitting the free press in America.
So what are you alluding to here? Do you think there's an agenda? Do you think there's an end game here from Trump, from Farage? What are you trying to say? What do you think they are trying to achieve?
There are people on the right wing of British politics, and indeed in the White House, who've been attacking the BBC for a long time. And it's part and parcel of the whole Trump-Farage approach. Have divisive politics, undermine free press, undermine freedom of speech. We can't allow Trump's America to become Farage's Britain, and that's why the Liberal Democrats will be firmly behind the BBC, despite our own criticisms.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Do you think that there's been any undue pressure on the BBC that has then resulted in these resignations?
I don't know whether that's the case. I am very worried about the board of the BBC and what they are doing here, but I'm particularly worried about the pressure from the White House. It is unprecedented that a president of the United States should call BBC journalists corrupt and his press secretary to tell them to watch other channels. That's an interference from a foreign leader, which I know he wouldn't stand if we did it to the US. And that's why I've written to Keir Starmer and to Kenny Badenoch and to Nigel Farage to ask them to join me in criticising Donald Trump for his attack on the BBC.
So you criticised Caroline Levitt for tweeting that people should watch GB News instead of BBC News. But nonetheless, can you understand why some people might think twice about watching BBC News now?
No, I think the BBC News is the most trusted news source in the world, and we should be really proud of it. It's typical of British values. Of course, there's the odd mistake they make. I have to say, Donald Trump makes many, many more, as does Nigel Farage. And so the fact that Nigel Farage is basically teaming up with President Trump to criticise the BBC is shocking. It's unpatriotic, it's wrong, and it shows that he wants Trump's America with his attacks on free media coming to the UK.
Nigel Farage, in a press conference today, directly accused the BBC of election interference. Those are the words that he used. He says that the BBC committed election interference. Do you understand why he's saying that, or do you think that is far too extreme?
I think it's far too extreme. The interference we've seen in elections has come from Nigel Farage's friend, Vladimir Putin. We've seen Russian interference in the most profound, appalling ways, and yet Nigel Farage calls Vladimir Putin the world leader he most admires. I think people need to see through Nigel Farage, see through Donald Trump, and realise what they're trying to do to our great country and our British values. Liberal Democrats won't accept it. I don't think the vast majority of British people will either.
Are you surprised that you're the only party that's really been backing to the hilt the BBC, being positive about the BBC this morning?
I'm slightly worried, to be honest. That's why I've written to Keir Starmer and Kenny Badenoch and Nigel Farage in the hope that they will back me to criticise Donald Trump for his attack on our BBC. I don't want to be the only party leader defending the BBC. I hope others come and join me.
No. Don't even try. We're not going to do that, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to let them get away with doing and trying to pull off that BS of an excuse right there. I'm getting ready to show you exactly the footage that they played. Okay? I'm going to show you the footage that BBC altered to make it appear as if Trump said something that he in fact did not say. Watch the BBC.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to...
What? No, come, y'all. Of course, a big, huge network like BBC will post something like this. Of course, millions upon millions of people are going to see this, and they're going to roll with that. This is the thing that I'm trying to tell you, that this whole thing, this whole operation that they do is global. The media is the enemy. The media is the devil. It's trying to be omnipresent like God is and can push out a message to millions of people. And people took what was altered right there and they ran with it. Trump incited it, and he incited the insurrection. Look, he said, we're going to go down there. I'm going to be with you. We're going to fight. We're going to fight like, yeah. And didn't even show you the whole video, which is what we tell you guys to do all the time. And this is what he actually said.
I walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
Yeah.
We're going to walk down
one more time
to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, they want to now try to, well, we didn't try to, we think that was just that was no mistake. Come on now, editors. I edit every video y'all see on here. I edit my own videos when I'm talking things that y'all would probably won't even see, because when I screw up on some things, sometimes I don't edit it at all. But what I mean by edit, what y'all seeing right now, what you see at the end, my end credits and everything like that, I put all that stuff in there. So you won't see something there, well, oh, that was a mistake right there. I didn't mean to do. They knew exactly what they were doing. Nobody's falling for it. And I hope he goes after them anyway, even if they come and issue an apology. I do not care. I hope President Trump make them learn their lesson. I hope that he actually do sue them for doing something like that, because it was very detrimental, and it actually was something that was very deceitful to the people that believed it. What do y'all think? Y'all tell me. And you the ones that actually are over in that country where the BBC is, let me know what y'all thoughts are on this if you're watching from across the pond. Put it in the comments below after this video. Don't forget to do what y'all see in these elements right here that will greatly help my channel. If you want to see the next video that I may do after this one tonight, it's going to be up there. Things I did as of yesterday you may have missed right here. If you have not subscribed to my channel, just click that. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.